Can you walk us really quick through the day before we wrap
Oh,
up
yeah.
that he passed?
Yeah. So he went to visit a friend. So he woke up. Okay. In 2019, I asked for a divorce because I was like, this is just insanity. I'm done. I can't. And then COVID hit. And then it was like, I can't get a divorce. I can't file. I can't get to court. I can't. So he's like, listen, everything is going to go crazy. Let's just buy a house. We'll split it and we'll have separate ends of the house. That's what we did. So he had one house with his two dogs. I had the other side with my dog. And about halfway through COVID, he looks at me and goes, I'm not going to divorce you. I'm not going to sign the papers. And I said, well, why not? And he's like, I don't want a divorce because he's access to money. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm cutting you off of everything. You have nothing money-wise, except a tiny little like allowance because he wasn't touring because of COVID. And that was it. So I kept saying, I really want to divorce you, but I can't just give you a bunch of money. You're going to overdose. So I went to an attorney and I said, how do I do this safely and put money for him in a trust that he has to be sober for? Attorney said, you can't. He's your husband. He's not your son. You can't. So I said, if I divorce him and he signs the papers, he's got to get a chunk of money. He'll be dead in 30 days, that chunk of money. So I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know what to do. And it's COVID. So I just kind of waited it out. And finally I said to him, I'm going to take a trip. I'm going to Connecticut. I'm going to be gone for like 2 weeks. And he was having some pain in his side. And I said, what's going on? He's like, I don't know, ulcer, whatever. So I left and I called him and he didn't sound right. I'm like, you don't sound right. He said, well, I have a lot of pain. I'm like, well, go to the ER. Didn't go. I come back and he's pale white and his entire stomach is swollen. And I looked at him and I'm like, you need to go to the ER. I think you're bleeding internally. No, I'm fine. So I took a nap. And as I was sleeping, you know how you have that like sense of just wake up, something's bad?
Mm.
I woke up and I hear thud and he fell. So I called 911, he goes to the ER and he had lost so much blood at this point and they didn't know what it was. And they ended up, he had a gash on his head from where he fell. So they thought that that was the primary problem. And I kept saying, no, something else is wrong. So they went to stitch up his forehead and he went into shock. So they put like the mask over him and had to incubate him. They found out that his hepatic artery, the artery that goes from the gallbladder to the liver, bust because there was a gallstone that went through that cut it. So what I was seeing was the gallstone was stuck and it was a slow bleed. So it was bleeding and then it tore. So they put him into surgery. And as they brought him out, they said 1% of the population survives the surgery. He survived it. He went to the ICU. He's in the ICU and they gave him liquid Dilaudid. And he's like, I got to get out of here. Why? And he's like, I'm in detox. You're in detox and they're giving you liquid Dilaudid? Like, how